Hi, it's Roni, and welcome to Crafty Meggy's 8-year YouTube Scrapiversary Hop. Yeah, that was a mouthful. Yeah, she's celebrating 8 years on YouTube. Plus, it's also a punched out Thursday to die for, so I will be using my dies and or punches. And she gave us all a sketch to use, plus a list of things, but I couldn't figure out how to use them on my layout, so I just have the sketch. And this is a sketch, and it's really a cute sketch, and I had a lot of fun making the layout. But I am going to scrap these two photos of my niece, Cherokee. And I have already distressed and inked the photo mats on there. I'm showing you dies I plan to use, and you probably will be thinking that's a lot of dies. But I use all of them and still pull out another set. I use for the circle part my Creative Memories jumbo circle cutter, and I used all three cutters so I could get the two rings. And I used Craft Consortium. I used the wood grain and the metallic textures too. And I was looking at this and I decided that I was going to cut this and kind of leave it open. One of the dies I showed is eh, bob wire. That's the word. And I thought, well, I was thinking about how it's all curled up when you first get it before it gets put onto a fence. And I also thought sometimes when it comes undone, it curls up again. So I decided to cut the edges off, and I'm going to use the piece that I die cut it out of there. I showed you the die. It's by Paper Rose. I believe that's what it's called. And I am just going to cut the little where it's kind of wound around and has the little prickly parts that makes it barbed wire. I'm going to put them on this like it's a roll of um, the wire. And I really thought that I was going to be at the part where I was doing it by now, but no, apparently not, because at the last second I decided I was going to ink the background here. And I'm also using my bookworm, Mr. Huey's on there. This is a piece that I cut from the bob wire, and it only has 5 of the barbs on there. But I thought one went flying, but apparently it was the cutoff part that went flying. I never did find it. I looked, so I I die cut the end off again, and then when I counted them, guess what? I had 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all 6 on there instead of just the 5. Since the van, I think it's a van, it's either that or an old delivery truck that's flat nosed. In the photo is all rusted out. I picked one of the papers that from the metal textures that look more rusted, and that's what I'm using on my layout. And yeah, like I said, I already distressed these. The paper that's right behind the photo is just a scrap that I have, and it was a gray, I would say tone on tone floral, but you really can't tell it once I put the photo on top of it. I used the Pink Fresh, I believe that is, Wreath, and it comes with little branches to go on top of it to make it more dimensional. I actually bought it for cards because I thought the wreath on front of the cards would look really pretty, but anything I buy for cards, of course, is fair game for layout. So I cut it in half and I laid it up there. I did lay it up there once trying to guess, but yeah, I had to cut a little bit more off because there was just too much curl. And I'm going to just fill the other part of that wreath down there with all that stuff that I already cut ahead of time, except for the Pink Fresh one. It's a really light green. I cut them out before I started the layout. There is no chicken wire in the sketch, but I love my chicken wire dies. So I did cut one of them out, and that's by Marianne Designs. And if you look on the internet for Ecstasy Crafts, they have them there. And also on Amazon, they have them on Amazon too. But it's Ecstasy Crafts on Amazon because, you know, they have small businesses on there also. So the dye would come from the same place, only if you have Prime, it would be cheaper on Amazon. I distressed and inked the gears, and those gears, that set of three, comes from Tim Holtz Gadget Gears, and then the little fans come from, I think it's called Steampunk, and it's Tim Holtz also. And I inked them after distressing them. I put foam tape on that one. One side, I thought I'd do the bigger one just because she's farther back in the photo and I had a little more room. No rhyme or reason other than that. And then the other side, I thought I'd layer them. But the steampunk thing had two sizes of fans, so I'm going to use both of them on here. And neither scrap that I used was big enough to completely cut them out. But then I thought, well, you know, it's kind of a junky thing in the photo, so I can go ahead and have partial fans and it still work. It looked like they came that way. So, yeah, I cut them out of some silver. And I thought I'd try something different on my little basket. I put cardstock between them and to keep them divided. It worked okay, but I do have something else in my cart at Walmart, my cart at Walmart. And so, yeah, I needed bigger space than, because these are long vines and stuff. I can't use the thing I used at Christmas. Those were all little bitty things. And these are bigger. So, yeah, they were getting all tangled up. You will notice me going left to right, kind of, sort of. I'm not trying to make them match exactly because a, uh, I don't like it symmetrical. I like it more asymmetrical. So they might be similar, but a little bit different so that they won't be exactly symmetrical. And a couple of times I put different branches just to throw it off just a little bit. But while I am doing that, I want to mention that down there below, you'll find the links for Crafty Meggy's 8-year celebration hop. And you'll find the links for a Punched Out Thursday to die for. And you can check out and see what everybody does with the sketch. And you can also check out and see what everybody does with their punches and or dies. So plenty of links down there for lots of inspiration. And I know we've all had 30 days of sketches already, but this is a cute sketch. And Megan made it herself. So yeah, it's a cute sketch and you need to try it too. So much fun to do. Now my last photo at the end is not going to match the last look you're going to see on the video. Yeah, I was editing and you know how I show at the beginning everything I'm going to be using. Well, there was the sequins and it hit me. I forgot to use them. So I thought I really wanted them on here. And I went back in and put them on there. And all I did was take the last photo over because I had everything else in the program for the video and I did not want to do all that over again. So the last photo will have sequins, and y'all know how to put sequins on there. I think we've all learned how over the years since they were something new at one time. I remember thinking, oh, do I want sequins or not? Yeah, I wanted sequins. I love sequins on a layout. So these are the ones I am using today are Spiegelmom Mom Scraps, and I think they're called Autumn Rose or Autumn Red, something like that. And since she has a red dress on, I thought those little tiny, tiny, very tiny sequences that were red would go really good with this. And they're kind of a ruby red. That branch that I'm cutting apart now is the pink fresh one that I cut out right before the layout started. Everything else I've been cutting out like whenever y'all have moments when you just cannot get any creative idea in your head whatsoever. Well, I either fussy cut or I die cut. And so, yeah, I've been die cutting these branches and throwing them in that basket so that I'd have them since I've been using them so much lately. But yeah, that pink fresh one, I had misplaced it. Yeah, I put it in a collection kit with the papers. Yeah, and I had to go through my videos and look, okay, when was the last time I used that die? And no, I actually cut it out to find it. But I found it. I am thrilled that I found it. Doing the 30 days of sketches, especially, yeah, I was kind of rushing putting stuff up. I used the EK Success Punch and made these little flowers. And then for the center, rather than punch something out for the center, I just used my eraser on the pencil and got ink on it and did the centers that way. And these I did not put any foam tape on, but all the ones in the tray have foam tape on them. I thought I'd kind of tuck these here and there and then put the other ones on top. But I am getting close to getting done. Oh, my phone rang and there is a short amount of footage missing because I didn't think I turned the camera off and apparently did. And then I noticed it was off and I had to turn it on. But it's very short. It's just a few little branches here and there to fill in some stuff. I mean, it's the little tiny ones in that one tray. I put them in there because they would get lost in the basket. My title, it shows it down there, and y'all probably thought, well, she didn't leave no room for a title. I am using Tim Holtz. They're called Vacation, and the word photos is in there, so I cut the S off, and then I took the two letters O and P, and someone put photo op. And do y'all know what that stands for? It stands for photo opportunities. I always wondered what OP stood for, so I looked it up and it stands for photo opportunities. But I'm going to put that right there because the photos of Cherokee, her and her friends like to get together when they find a cool place to take photos and take photos of each other. So they each take a turn being the model and each take a turn being the photographer. And whoever took hers done a really good job. I have seen the other girls' photos, and so they all do a good job. I thought I needed a little inking around the outside edge, so I inked all the way around the edge, and that's it, other than the sequins for my layout. And uh, yeah, it's a cute sketch, and I had fun using it. And make sure you go to Megan's channel and congratulate her on 8 years on YouTube. And also check out everybody at the Punched Out Thursday gang and see what they did today with their dice and their punches. And everybody else on Megatop. I can't forget that. But see Cherokee hamming it up there. Yeah, she's enjoying being a model. Uh, and it's cute stuff. I mean, I have one with that looks like a hog pen. I'll enjoy doing that one too. And there's the photo op in the right place for my photo, and it said small font title. So it is a small font title. And there's the one with the sequins here, there, and everywhere. I think there's like 5 or 6 colors, so it's a very cute mix. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you are, thank you so much. And thank you for watching my video. Have a happy scrappy week. Have fun on the hop and checking out the Punched Out Thursday gang. Bye.